Hey guys, this is Ray the Messenger, and in today's video I'm going to talk to you about what you should do when you're struggling in life. Now let's get right into the video. The main thing I'm going to talk about is to find a way out of the struggle inside of your life. Because for most people that struggle in their life, it's multiple areas that cause the biggest issues. So the first thing that you need to do is you need to identify that area that is causing you the most struggle inside of your life. Because let's face it, you cannot just go out there and solve all your problems at once. And this is the big issue. A lot of people want a quick fix. Even watching this video, this is not a quick fix. I'm giving you steps that you need to take, but it will take some time. For me back in the day, it took a long time until I actually got out of the struggling phase inside of my life. Because when you're in the struggle, it is going to last for a certain amount of time. For some people it's longer, for other people it's shorter. So you need to identify what is the one thing that's bothering me the most and what is the first step that you can take. It should be just a little small step. You need to start taking baby steps for yourself in order to get out of the situation that you're in. Because when you're in the struggle, it's actually a downward spiral. And when you're in the downward spiral, the most likely direction you're going to go into is further downwards because you're already inside the spiral. So you need to change the momentum. You need a momentum shift. And this is extremely difficult. In order to get that momentum shift, you have to fundamentally start doing different things inside of your life. This is the first thing. First, you take the action. So the action that you take, let's say you're struggling with your health, or let's say you're struggling with your weight. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to start working out a little bit. Don't do crazy stuff. Just go outside, just walk a couple of miles, and then you're good. This is the first thing for the first day. Then the second day, you do a little bit more. You do one step more. And then in the third day, you do another step more. And so you just slowly and surely start getting towards that point where you're like, okay, now I'm working out. So you can start eliminating the struggle. And then think about, okay, what is the next step that I can take? But most people, they're like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. And then they have no action because they're like, oh, I have this big training plan, right? And they don't know how to follow the training plan because they're not inside the training. And now other people are going like, oh, you need to do this. You need to train 4 times a week or 5 times a week. And then people are like, oh, okay, I'm going to start working out 5 times a week. But you cannot maintain that because you're not used to it. How can you just go out there and figure out all of your problems and solve all of your solutions and start becoming healthy again just from one day to another? You don't just wake up and all of your struggles are gone. No, you have to accept the struggle. And actually, the beautiful thing is the struggle is the thing that is going to make you stronger than ever. You need to start embracing the struggle. Be happy that you're struggling. Be like, you know what? I'm struggling, so let's go. That means I have to take more action. The struggle is the best thing that happened to me. This is the thing that you also have to realize. Maybe in the situation where you are right now, you're listening to me like, no, the struggle is really bad. It's terrible. It feels terrible. Yes, it feels terrible in the moment, but this struggle that you're living right now, this is a necessary step in your own evolution, right? And you're just somebody who has no struggle. Let's say you had no struggle in life. Everything was easy. Let's say you just woke up, all of a sudden 6-pack. All of a sudden I have this, I have everything, right? Everything that you wanted in your life, you have no struggle. It's all easy. Everybody loves you. Everybody does what you say. Life is easy mode. What happens then? Then you're just somebody who has no character. There's no character development. You're just some random person, you're an arrogant person, probably narcissistic, because everything is easy for you. You're not somebody you want to talk to. Listen, would you want to talk to somebody who has everything just randomly given to them, who has no character, who has nothing, who doesn't know anything? And then let's face it, let's say you're that person that has never been through struggle, and then all of a sudden from somewhere there is a struggle. Then what happens? Your glass house is shattered. What are you going to do now? You've never faced the struggle. Now the struggle is going to hit you harder than ever. And when the struggle hits you, trust me, if you've never been struggling before and the struggle hits you the first time and it hits you harder than ever, that is when most people actually end, or either they start becoming stronger again and even stronger than before. This is the breaking point. Or they just go down in flames and everything burns down. Listen, you don't want to be the person where their life just burns down or even worse things happen, right? And this is the thing. You have to realize, what can I do in order to improve my situation? How can I change the momentum? And every single struggle that you have, it's like after you overcome that struggle, this struggle would actually make you stronger and it's a victory for you yourself. When you have been through the struggle and you know how to fix the struggle, how you can overcome the struggle, that makes you resilient, that makes you crafty. This is what happened to me. When I had all those struggles, all those things that were bothering me, I had to find a way. This is the thing. It's sink or swim. It's sink or swim. If somebody catches you and you don't know how to swim, that's what people used to do with little children, right? In order to make them learn to swim. Okay, your child who doesn't know how to swim. Okay, what is the easiest way? You pick up the child and you throw them in the water. Yeah, either you learn to swim or you're going to die. Of course, you don't let the child die, obviously. But this is the thing. The children learn by struggle. They're like, I'm struggling in the water. Either I'm going to learn or you're going to die. You have to put yourself in a situation where for you it's like, okay, I have to do this right now, or I'm going to you're not going to die, but you have a really big consequence. You have to have a really big struggle. So you have to put yourself in that situation where there's no other way. You have to make it happen. Because let's face it, the reality is, if you don't face your struggles and just keep running away from them. Oh, maybe one day it will work, right? Maybe like, okay, for 30 days you can escape the struggle. Let's say it's the health, right? Okay, let's say 60 days I can go through, okay, I just ignore my health struggles. Maybe you're coughing a little bit, maybe you're feeling like shit, you have no energy living day to day, and you're like, I can still keep going. No problem. Let's keep going to McDonald's or not working out. Okay. 60 days go by, no problems. 90 days go by, still no problems. 120 days go by, boom. Now all of a sudden you have a heart attack, you're in the hospital. Now what? What are you going to do now? Do you want to have a second heart attack? You barely survived the first one. What is the solution? This is the reality you're going to face. And this is for every single area in your life where you have a massive struggle. There is going to be a breaking point. And this is the point where you have to either take action or you go down in flames. And I don't want you to go down in flames because that's horrible. I have seen, listen, I have had friends inside of my own life that were on that breaking point where it's like, okay, either you sink or you swim. This is the solution. And I've seen these people and I've seen them go down the path, continuing to go down the path, not realizing that they're actually going towards the cliff. When you're going towards the cliff and with 120 miles per hour going towards the cliff, you don't realize you're at that cliff until you're over the cliff, and then it's over, and then really bad things will happen. Really, really bad things. And then the question is, can you even recover from that? Listen, I've seen a lot of people, once they've gone down the drain, when they're down that path, especially, you can see that really clearly with people who actually consume a lot of drugs or who are addicted to alcohol and stuff like that. These people, when they reach a certain breaking point, it's like the point of no return. When they're at that point, it's so hard to get them back to the other side that only really few people can even manage that. Really, the strongest of the strongest can only manage that with the biggest willpower. So if you know that you don't have the willpower, make sure you have steps in place so you don't get to that point. Start putting yourself in a situation where you have to succeed. If you know for yourself, hey, listen, right now I'm not the biggest disciplined person, so I'm going to force myself to have discipline. How can I do that? Little small steps. Maybe punish myself. If I eat something unhealthy, I have to do 10 push-ups. Don't even buy the stuff. Maybe you go into the supermarket, you have somebody with you who's like, okay, you're not going to buy this, you're not going to buy that. Find a way to make it happen. You have to take the first step. If you don't take the first step, nothing will help you. You cannot just go out there and be like, oh, I'm going to work out 7 times a day and just change randomly overnight. Stop with that idea. Embrace the struggle. Let go of the idea that everything has to work at the first time, or that you can just randomly escape from one day to another. Oh, now my life is perfect. Get into the process. The process is the great thing. The process will help you. Listen, the process is the thing. You have to really believe in yourself. You have to go in there and be, okay, you know what? Maybe if in 1 year I don't have success, who cares? I keep going. Then 2 years, 3 years go by, and then you will see the success. Only after a few couple of years, for most people, everything changes. Okay, and yeah, maybe there are people who are just like from one day to another, oh, now that everything works for them. There are these people, but don't judge yourself if you're not that person. For you, it's probably like it was for me, a long, hard grind with not a lot of fun, but a lot of work ahead of you. And this is the thing that I want you for you. I want you to go down the path of improvement, and I want you to change that negative spiral where everything in your life is out of control and you're struggling. You need to change the struggle, turn it into your victory. The people that has the most struggle, those are usually the people, if they overcome the struggle, those are the people that are the best ones. And these are the people who have a really strong character. These are the people that you see where you're like, oh my god, I want to be like this person. Every single one of them, they have an edge and they are really, really strong, especially when it comes to self-belief. Those are the people that have struggled a lot back in the day. When they made it, they're like the extremely strong people. Just take a look and you will see. So I hope this video was helpful for you. Get out of your struggle. Start working towards it today, not tomorrow, right now. If you're listening to this, do something right now. I want you to go out there and take action. I want you to go on the path of improvement with me together, and we can get it happen. It doesn't matter if you're struggling, that's just the best thing. Enjoy the struggle. If it's hard, that means you're doing the right thing. If it's easy, probably you're doing the wrong thing. Now, put a like on this video. Subscribe to my channel if you're subscribed already. I will see you in the next one. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.